Hello everyone, welcome to Level Up IAS. So this is the first session of our PYQ discussion, and as we all know, we are going to discuss the previous year papers of CSAT, and all of the discussion we'll be going to do it topic wise. Okay, so before starting with the topic, which is number system, factors, divisibility, and everything, before starting with that, we will just discuss something about the your CSAT question paper. Okay, all right. So as we all know, in your CSAT, this is a part of your prelims examination of UPSC. So UPSC in prelims paper, UPSC has two papers, GS and then CSAT. Okay. So in your CSAT paper, you have three sections. First is aptitude, that is your mathematics. Okay, quantitative aptitude, right? Though in this you will have basic mathematics, you will also have some of data sufficiency, data interpretation questions and everything. Then you have logical reasoning questions. Okay, logical reasoning are question like, for example, I give you A, B dash D and A dash C D. Now fill in the blank. Okay, this is a question of sequence. So topics like this, they are a part of logical reasoning. And then you have verbal or English. Verbal ability or English. In this, earlier, you used to have a mix of questions, but now in the current pattern, UPSC is only asking you reading comprehension. Okay, reading comprehension. What is reading comprehension? In reading comprehension, you get a passage, and with that, okay, so you will get a passage on any topic. For example, let's say you get a passage on environment. Okay, you will get a passage on any topic of your, can be related to GS also, can be any topic, any random topic. Then you will have either one or two, okay, some questions along with it. So you will have to answer the question based on your knowledge of the passage which you are reading. Okay, and earlier in passages also, questions that were coming, they were coming direct questions. For example, I will give you that desertification is one of the causes of climate change. This will be a statement in the passage. Okay. And then in your passage question will be, what is one of the cause of climate change that is mentioned. Okay, so you can directly see that desertification is one of the cause. In these kind of questions, you don't have to read the complete passage. You simply have to see climate change पूछा है, where is climate change mentioned, and skim through the passage. But right now, UPSC is asking you questions like, what is the summary of the passage? What is the logical inference that you can draw from the passage? So in these kind of questions, you have to understand the passage. But there are certain tricks to that as well, which we will learn in our further sessions as we will move on to your previous year papers. Also, one very important point, in all the three sections, always remember some of the tricks that you learn while solving your GS questions, like option elimination. Okay, see which option is completely not possible at all, right? So from that you can eliminate one option. Okay, you can eliminate two. Sometimes you can eliminate the three options altogether, right? In some questions you have these options, A, B, but not C. We will see questions like this, where we will not have to solve the complete question. Question will be tough and time consuming. But with option elimination, we will be able to do the question in 10-20 seconds, right? So this is also the trick. All these points you have to keep it in mind. Next thing is, in your CSAT examination, you have 80 questions. Okay, in GS you have 100 questions, in CSAT you have 80 questions. So the value, marks are 200 only. Value of each question is 2.5 marks. Negative marking is 1/3. That means one thing you have to keep in mind here, since you do not have to score so much marks, you only have to score 66.67 plus, right? 66.67 plus is UPSC's cutoff for CSAT. Okay, so ऐसा कुछ नहीं है that out of 200 you have to score 200 marks. It's not like that. Although your preparation should be of such level that you should be, when you enter the examination hall, you should be so confident that I will be able to clear the exam. 66 marks is not an issue for me, right? At the same time, you have to keep it in mind that since in this topic, in your CSAT examination, each question carries 2.5 marks. So every question, the value of each question is more, right? So instead of fixating on questions which you know are lengthy, time consuming, these things you have to keep it in mind. Okay, you do not have to score 150 marks, no? You do not even have to try to score 100 plus marks, although you will with your level of preparation, we will. But the logical thing is when you see a question that you know that this question examiner has put here so that you waste your 10-15 minutes. This thing we do not have to do. Okay, another thing that you have to keep it in mind is you have to try to maintain your accuracy. Okay, you have to see what is your level of accuracy in the examination, because यहाँ पे जब आपके marks minus होंगे, negative होंगे, then also more marks will be negative. Okay, so these things you have to keep it in mind while you are doing your solving your question paper. Okay, so how to see which questions are there which I have to do, which questions are there which I do not have to do? This will depend on the level of preparation and the level of PYQ analysis that you have done. That is why PYQ analysis is very important. What are the reasons? First thing is, why should we analyze PYQs? What is the point? Sabse first thing is, you get to know the pattern of the paper. Okay, you get to know the pattern of the paper. You get to know what kind of questions are coming in your examination. Also, see, this is these are all the questions of your number system topic which we are going to discuss. Okay, so you can see here, for example, in this topic only, for CSAT 1 2024 में ही first question, second question, third question, fourth question, then fifth question also. So there are 5 questions of this topic in CSAT 2024 itself. So do you think that 5 questions, if there is a topic from which 5 questions are being asked, is that topic worth missing? Do you think you can miss that topic? Okay, so this is also how did we get to know that this is one of the most important topics? Because 5 questions are already asked. So that is what PYQ analysis is. Okay, second, you get to know the important themes that will surely be asked in your examination. Today we will discuss the questions and you will see in no year there has been no year in which CSAT this topic, number system divisibility topic, question has not been asked, right? So every year if there is a question asked, that means that this is one of the most important topics and we have to pay attention to it, right? So firstly, what we are doing is we are doing topic wise analysis. Why? See, when you do topic wise analysis, firstly, for example, today we have selected the topic number system 1, divisibility, factor and multiples. Okay. So as we saw earlier, in 2024, you got 5 questions related to this topic. Similarly, in 2023 also, you get around 4 to 5 questions. And so on for the rest of the years also, there are at least 4 questions, 3 questions. And in one of the years, I think 2020, we will just see, you have 8 questions of this topic. Okay, so topic-wise analysis helps you to identify कि कैसे question आ रहे हैं. Further, we will see in this also, questions जो भी आ रहे हैं, statements are being changed. But the formula behind it, the technique behind solving the question is remaining same. That is why, as we discussed, why do the toppers say कि we are analyzing PYQ 4 to 5 times? Because once when in 2024 you analyze the PYQ, you are doing the PYQ. Not because 2024 ka paper we have done once. ठीक है, what is the point of doing it again and again? I am doing this again and again because, for example, in this I got to know HCF LCM formula. This formula I can revise again and again. This formula is coming again and again in UPSC question paper. All the questions, or in all years, there has been a question on this formula. So why not revise this? This is also one of the most important points why we revise PYQs. Not because हमें वो question रटने हैं, because it is not really 100% possible that the statement will be completely asked as it is. ठीक है, ऐसा इसका rare chance है. There is a rare chance that the statement will be asked as it is. Then why to do that statement only 4 to 5 times? Not to learn the question, not to cram the question, but to understand the formula behind it, understand the concept behind it. Okay. So, all right. So let's move on to solving some of the questions now. Firstly, we see that in 2024, this question has been asked. Okay. Now, I would advise you to pause the screen once, read the question on your own, and try to understand the question. Okay, even if you cannot solve, no problem, we will learn how to solve. But firstly, you just try to understand the statement of the question, right? So, question says you have two terms. This term, 222 to the power 333 plus 333 to the power tripled is divisible by which of the following numbers? Further, you have options 2 and 3, but not 37. 3 and 37, but not 2. 2 and 37, but not 3. And then you have all 3. Now, for example, if I say that I can find out that this number is not divisible by 3. Just for example, we are assuming. Let's say this is not divisible by 3. If this is not divisible, can we say that using option elimination, obviously C option will be our answer? Can we say this? Of course, because this is what option elimination teaches you. See, we don't have to see whether 2 and 37 से it will be divisible or not. ठीक है, अगर 3 से ही नहीं होगा, if it is not divisible by 3, then clearly option C will be my answer using option elimination. This is what we are trying to do in this question. We will do this using both the methods. One is the complete method, how to find out कि ये किससे divisible है. The other one is using option elimination. So firstly, you have to understand that first conclusion which we are drawing from this analysis is this is a question of divisibility. You have to check whether this statement is divisible by 2, 3, 37. This means you should know divisibility of this. Okay, you should know that 2 से कब divisible होगा, 3 से कब divisible होगा, and 37 की divisibility. Although it is not possible for us to know divisibility of all the numbers till 100,000, ऐसा तो possible नहीं है, but some basic numbers you should know. 2, 3, numbers up to 9 you should know. Then composite numbers, how to find divisibility of composite number. For example, if I say whether a number is divisible by 12, you have to check that the number should be divisible by 4 and number should be divisible by 3. This is how you check divisibility for composite numbers. So these are the basic things that you should know. Okay, now moving on to solving the question. Okay, so question is 222 to the power 333 plus 333 to the power 2. You have to check whether this is divisible by 2, 3 and 37 or not. Okay, this I have to check. first let us do using option elimination. इसमें से which is the easiest way to do which is the easiest number to solve for divisibility? We know for 2 if number is even कैसे पता चलेगा? Unit digit should be 2, 4, 6, 8 or 0. If number is even, then it will be divisible. This is divisibility of 2, right? Also, one more point you should know. Let's say this is this number even or odd? This number is 222 to the power 333. Okay? This number, it means 222, you are multiplying so on up to 333 times. Okay? 222 is even number. Obviously, any power of even number will also give you even number. Okay? So, can we say that this portion 222, this is an even term? Is this much clear? Now, solving the second term, you have 333 to the power 222. Now, I know that this is 333 is what? Odd. That means 333 I am multiplying any number of times. This means odd number multiply odd number multiply odd number. For example, 3 multiply 3, 9, multiply 3, 27. Odd number को आप जितनी मर्जी बार you multiply it with odd number, you will only get odd number. ठीक है? So this means this term is what? This term is odd. So till now, I have concluded that 222, this term, whatever the power may be, and 333, this term, this is even and this is odd. This is even, so this will be divisible by 2. This is odd. That means this will not be divisible by 2. And even plus odd क्या होता है? What is even plus odd? Even is, for example, this is a universal rule. So you can check also. Even plus odd. Let's take an even number 2. Let's take an odd number 5. Even plus odd. It will always give you odd number. Okay? So even plus odd will always give you odd. Here also this is even. This is odd. If you add these two, result will be odd. That means result will not be divisible by 2. Okay, result जब 2 से divisible नहीं होगा, so can we say that in this question, since this statement, this one is not divisible by 2, only option that satisfies this is option B, 3 and 37, but not 2. So let's see this again. What we have concluded is, firstly, this is a question of divisibility. Divisibility का question है. Divisibility किससे check करनी है? 2, 3 and 37 से. Now we will not complicate things for ourselves. We know that from options you can see that this question can be easily solved using option elimination. ठीक है? So we will choose the easiest number. Out of this, 2 is the easiest number to check for divisibility. You know, if the number is even, it will be divisible by 2. So basically, you just have to check whether this is even or this is odd. Okay? This is even, this is odd. Even plus odd is odd. That means result is odd, which is not divisible by 2. That means only option, not 2. Only option B will be our answer. Okay. Now, solving this, actually, how to find out whether it is divisible by other numbers or not? This is the statement you have. You can write it as 2 multiply 111. 2 to the power 333 and this also. Plus 3 multiply 111. Okay. Now, these are the two terms. From both of these terms, I can take out 111 to the power 222. I can take this out as common. You have 2 to the power 333 multiply 111 to the power 111 plus only 3 to the power 222 will be left. Okay, this is the statement that you will get. Now, you know, if this is the whole term, I will not even check this. I know that 111, this is 1 plus 1 plus 1, divisibility of 3. To check divisibility of 3, we check sum of digits. 1 plus 1 plus 1 is what? 3. That means this is divisible by 3. And this is actually 3 multiplied 37, you can check. Okay. So that means this term is divisible by 3 also, by 37 also. Okay. This is not divisible by 2. Further checking the whole term is divisible by 2 or not. This is even because यहाँ पे 2 है. This is odd. Again, total will be odd. That means complete term is not divisible by 2. So your answer will be what? It is divisible by 3. It is divisible by 37, but it is not divisible by 2. I have taught you both the methods, but again, in this question, we can draw 3 conclusions. First is use option elimination. Even if the statement is tough, you can see that this is a complicated statement. Even then, you can solve it using option elimination, and also very easily you can solve it. Okay, option elimination, then you should know rules of divisibility. Okay, these are the 2 things that we draw from this question. Okay, these are the 2 conclusions that you draw. Rules of divisibility you should know. Okay, now moving on to the next question. Let's see. In this also, okay, 421 and 427 when divided by the same number leaves the remainder 1. Always in these questions, in these type of questions where you have remainder also given, there are certain numbers also. I always advise the students to use it, to imagine it as a picture. Okay, because when we write a number like this, in case of division, we kind of imagine how the division process has happened. Okay, we are doing division like this since so many years. So this is our comfort zone. So why to read it like this? Go back to your comfort zone. What is the question saying? 421 and 427 when divided, that means 421 is also divided by some number. 427 is also divided by some number. I can write it like this. Same number divided by same number. We don't know what the number is. Let's say कुछ भी लिख लो. Number is n. I have just assumed it. You can write any number. It doesn't matter. Leave the same remainder 1. This will leave remainder 1. How many numbers can be used as divisor in order to get the same remainder 1? That means as divisor is what? N. Examiner is asking n ki how many values are possible. Can n be what? 1, 2, 3, 4, so on. How many values are possible? Okay. So let's try this question. You have 421 and 427. You are dividing it by any number and you are getting remainder as 1 in both cases. Now you tell me one thing. For example, if I say 17 is divided by 7, okay, 7 2s are 14, remainder will be 3, okay. So I know that if I subtract, remainder is extra, remainder is the extra value in 17. That means 17 में से if I subtract 3, that is the extra, then I will get 14, which will be divisible by 7, right? 14 will be divisible by 7. Similarly, in this question, if you subtract the remainder from 421, this is extra value. Extra value किससे extra है? 421 में 1 extra है. That means 421 minus 1. 420. 427 minus 1. 426. This means n एक ऐसा number है which is dividing 420 also, which is dividing 426 also. What does this mean? n क्या हुआ? n एक ऐसा number है which is dividing both of these numbers. That means n is a common factor. Common factor of 420 and 426. Okay. So this means what we have to do? We have to find common factor. So for this again, जैसे HCF find out करते हैं, 420, I can say 420 is what? 6 multiply 70. 426 is what? 6 multiply 71. That means HCF is 6. ठीक है? HCF of these two numbers is 6. But I don't want only HCF. I want common factors. Common factors कौन से होंगे? Factors of 6. That means 1, 2, 3 and 6. Okay. So, and you can check also 420 and 426. 1 से divide होता है? Divided by 1 both. Divided by 2? Yes. Divided by 3 also. Divided by 6 also. 1, 2, 3 and 6 are the common factors of these two numbers. Moving on to our question. Now, n is what? N can be 1, 2, 3 and 6. But there was one condition. Remainder should be 1. 6 can give you remainder 1. Obviously, remainder हमेशा आप जिससे divide कर रहे होते हो, remainder divisor से छोटा होता है. So if you are dividing it by 6, remainder will be what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Any number you divide by 6, these are the only remainder possible. So हाँ, 6 के case में you can get remainder 1. 3 can also give you remainder 1 because 1 is smaller than 3. 2 can also give you remainder 1. Divide करके देखो, 421 divided by 2, remainder will be 1. 427 divided by 2, remainder will be 1. But 1 से तो you can never get remainder 1. 1 से you can get remainder 0 only. That means although although n was 1, 2, 3, 6, factors were this, but 1 is not possible because remainder should be 1. This is given to us. So only possible values for n are 2, 3, 6. 3 values are possible. Moving on to your question. See, 421 and 427 divided by n, remainder should be 1. How many can be used as, how many numbers can be used as divisor? How many number can be used as divisor? 2 can be used as divisor, 3 can be used as divisor and 6 also. 3 possible values. Option C will be your answer. Okay. So from this, see, what is the type of question? HCF, first question was of rule of divisibility. Here you have HCF question, HCF plus remainder. Remember this because further you will see that similar kind of questions have been asked. HCF and remainder, LCM and remainder, these questions have been asked. Okay. Now, moving on to the next question. Again, I will advise you to just pause the screen and read the question once. Okay? Moving on, you have a can X contains 399 liters of petrol. Can Y contains 532 liters. Okay? X contains 399 liters. Now this also, as I told you earlier, always imagine in picture form. Okay? So there is a can X. All right. So moving on to this question, you have a can X contains 399 liters of petrol. ठीक है? in these type of questions, always it is best to again imagine the question in picture form. See, हमें क्या करना है? Examiner is trying to make us uncomfortable. We have to get comfortable. We have to get to our comfort zone. हमें क्या करना है? Examiner is making things difficult. We have to make things easy for us. ठीक है? So what I will do is I will not even be scared by reading this statement. ठीक है? इसको हम फोटो बनाएंगे. We will make a picture of it. You have 399 liters in this can, X can, and 399 liters of petrol. Can Y में there is another can Y. 532 liters of diesel you have. Clear है? एक दो can है. 399 liters of petrol, 532 liters of diesel. They are to be bottled. अब हमें क्या करना है? These are the large cans. You have to bottle them. Bottle in bottle of equal size. That means ऐसे छोटी छोटी bottle of equal sizes में you have to divide them so that whole petrol and diesel would be separately bottled. अलग अलग ये पेट्रोल की bottles हो गई, ये Y वाली डीजल की bottles हो गई. Okay. Bottle capacity in terms of liters is an integer. That means ये जो bottles हैं ये क्या होंगी? कुछ ना कुछ इंटीजर में होंगी. फॉर एग्जाम्पल मैं 1 लीटर की बॉटल ले आऊं, 2 लीटर्स की बॉटल ले आए, 3 लीटर्स की बॉटल, ऐसे इंटीजर फॉर्म में होगी. ओके. हाउ मेनी डिफरेंट बॉटल साइजेस आर पॉसिबल? अगेन यू सी हाउ मेनी डिफरेंट बॉटल साइजेस आर पॉसिबल. एग्जामिनर इज नॉट आस्किंग यू कि हाउ मेनी बॉटल्स आर पॉसिबल. डिफरेंट बॉटल साइजेस, जैसे अभी मैंने बोला कि I can bring 1 liter bottle also, 2 liter bottle also. How many such liter bottles I can bring? Okay, so in this question, 399 liters and 532 liters. 532 liters, different small bottles. Now you tell me one thing. If I am dividing 399 liters, okay, for example, let's say I'm saying I have 5 liters of petrol, ठीक है? Can I put it in 1 liter of bottle? 1 की 5 bottles में ऐसे put कर सकते हैं? It is possible. Now, can I put it in 2 liters bottle? 2 liter. Then what will happen to remaining 1 liter? तब तो रह जाएगा ना. बॉटल विल नॉट बी कंप्लीटली फिल्ड. इट इज ऑल्सो गिवन बॉटल्स कंप्लीटली फिल होनी चाहिए, राइट? सो अगेन दिस विल बी लेफ्ट. दैट मीन्स नेक्स्ट पॉसिबल ऑप्शन क्या होगा? कैन आई डिस्ट्रीब्यूट इट इन 3 liter बॉटल, 4 liter? ओनली ऑप्शन विल बी 5 liter बॉटल. ठीक है. सो जो आप छोटी छोटी बॉटल का साइज ले रहे हो, दे शुड डिवाइड द बिगर वैल्यू. दिस मीन्स व्हाट शुड दिस बी? This should be factor of 399. Again you see same concept is coming, same concept of common factor. This is why paper analysis is important. In 2024 only, this is the second question of common factor that you are getting in your exam. So if someone has done this concept of common factors properly, they will be able to score 5 marks from here on, and very easy questions. Factor of 399. Also, similarly, here it should be a factor of 532. Okay. Can I say 399 is what? 399 is 3 multiplied 133. Okay. This will be what? 3 multiplied 7 multiplied 19. Okay. Similarly, 532 will be what? 532 will be 4 multiplied 7 multiplied 19. Is this much clear? This was the statement now. Yeah. 7 multiplied 3 multiplied 19 and 4 multiplied 7 multiplied 19. Okay. Then what are the common factors you have? You have and 1 also you write. 1 is a common factor for any number. Okay. For any two numbers, 1 will be a common factor now. So common factors are what? 1, 7, 19. Also don't forget 7 multiplied 19, 133, because here also you can write it as 4 multiplied 133 now. 133 is also a number that is dividing both of these numbers. So 7, 1, 799, 133. These are the four factors that are common to both of these. So your question was, so that means I can divide, see, I can divide this 399 in bottles of 1 also, bottle of 7 also, bottle of 19 also, and bottle of this 133 also. Okay, similarly for 532 also I can do this. That means 4 types of bottles you can get. Your question was, can X contains this? Question was, how many different bottle sizes are possible? Now we know how many different bottle sizes are possible. 1, 7, 19 and 133. 4 different bottle sizes are possible. So option B will be my answer. Okay, understood this much. Now you can see in 2024 only 2 questions of common factors are given to you. So you have to keep it in mind that this concept is important. Okay. Acha. So next question may. Okay, see this question very carefully. Now this is very easy question, very easy question. But thing is, you can see that divisibility ka concept in this question. Divisibility is asked as a question of, not directly, but as a question of statement. Okay, statement conclusion ke question mein the examiner is asking you the question of concept of divisibility. That is why we were saying that in aptitude also reasoning and aptitude are being mixed. This is okay, one of the questions like that. So सबसे पहले तो हम समझते हैं कि क्वेश्चन की स्टेटमेंट क्या होती है. ओके, व्हाट आर द वैल्यूज ऑफ m and n? What are the values of m and n, where m and n are natural numbers? Question is asking you m और n की वैल्यू बता दो. What is the value of m? What is the value of n? Okay, now you have two statements with you. We will read it later on. Firstly, we will understand question में you have two statements. Okay, option क्या है? Which of the following is correct? Question can be answered using one of the statements. That means कोई भी एक statement, you can use either statement and you can answer the question and it will be answered by using one of the statement. दूसरे की जरूरत ही नहीं पड़ेगी. You will not need the second statement. Next is question can be answered using either statement alone. Okay, A option is can be answered using one statement alone but cannot be answered by other statement. So as I said, एक से ही आंसर हो जाएगा, दूसरे की जरूरत नहीं पड़ेगी. ऑल्सो दूसरे से आंसर नहीं होगा. फॉर एग्जाम्पल स्टेटमेंट 1 से आप आंसर निकाल पा रहे हो बट 2 से नहीं निकाल पा रहे, देन यू विल मार्क ऑप्शन ए. देन यू हैव क्वेश्चन कैन बी आंसर्ड यूजिंग ईदर स्टेटमेंट अलोन. सो इस व्हाट डज ऑप्शन बी मीन्स? Statement 1 and 2 में से any statement you can use and answer the question individually. Next, the option is question can be answered using both statements together but cannot be answered using either statement alone. So आप 1 से अकेले इस question को answer नहीं कर सकते. Statement 2 से also individually you cannot answer. You can answer it by using both statements together. And D is question cannot be answered. You can use both the statement but answer nahi milega. Okay, this is the meaning of the options that is given to you. Now let's see what are the statements. M plus n. Okay, let's solve this here only. Okay, first thing is first statement. Let's see how we will solve the question is I will try to solve question using only one statement 1 first. Okay, I will see whether I can solve it using statement 1 only. M plus n is greater than mn. This is the state. And m is greater than n. Now, if I take mn as 1, 2, see 1 plus 2, 3, mn multiply karo, 1 multiply 2, 2. This is greater. That means m की value 1, n की value 2. But if you take also, m is greater than 1, so assume 2, 1. Okay, assume m as 2 and n as 1. Again, same thing only, 3 is greater than 2. Okay. Similarly, if I take m as 3, n as 1 now, you tell me m plus n, 3 plus 1, then 3 plus 1 is greater than 3 multiply 1. This is also true. 4 is greater than 3. So I am getting so many options, and this is using 1, 2, 1, 3 only, right? That means that from statement 1, I cannot tell the value of m and n individually. Okay. So from statement 1, we cannot tell. Let's try to tell the value of m, n using statement 2. Statement 2. Okay. Statement 2 is product of m, n is 24. Now you understand this again very clearly. This also means factors of 24 you have to do. Product of m, n is 24. So you can write 24 as a product of two numbers you have to write. 1 multiply 24, 2 multiply 12, 3 multiply 8, 4 multiply 6. All of this you can write. I can write 24 as this. Now what is n? What is m? Can I tell? Again, I have so many possibilities. So I cannot tell using either of the options individually. Okay. So firstly, question can be answered by using one of the statement alone, but cannot be answered by using other statement alone. No. Question can be answered using either statement alone. Again, no. Question can be answered using both statements together. We will see. Question cannot be answered even by using both statements together. We will see. Okay. Now you use both statements together. Statements from statement 2. These are the options. So m is greater. If you combine this with 1, m is greater. That means this is m, this is n. Do m plus n here. M plus n 25. M plus n 14. M plus n 11. M plus n 10. Okay. M plus n should be greater than m multiply n. Only in this case. Only in this case. Is it possible? Where m is equal to 24, n is equal to 1. Now you can see m is equal to 24, n is equal to 1. M plus n is what? 25. 25 is greater than mn, 24. So question can be answered by using both statements together, option C, but cannot be answered by using statement alone, either statement alone. इसमें देखो कुछ भी मुश्किल नहीं था, but thing is इतना बड़ा statement, if you will see it in your question paper is like this. Question paper is like this. This is your question paper. Half side ऐसे and then half side like this. Okay, if you have seen your question paper, this is how you get the question paper. This question alone takes up half the space. So when you see a question so big, the first thing you think is, oh, so tough. But we don't have to approach our question like this. We have to see question है statement वाला. Statement में which concept is being used? Are we familiar with that concept? Yes, divisibility का concept है, very easy concept. We are familiar. That means we will do this. If you are not familiar with the concept, don't do the question. Because in this question also, after elimination, even after elimination, two options were left, C and D. Okay, then you have to take it. Then you have to make a call whether you are if you are not even slightly familiar what is being asked in the question. Mn is 24. Product of Mn is 24. If you cannot find that out, how will you make options? How will you make further cases? Okay, so in that case you have to take a judgment call. But again, I will advise you never to skip the topic of divisibility. It is very easy topic, very important. You can see till now only we are doing 2024 only till now. 5 questions are there. So moving on to this. What are the unique values of x and y? Okay, moving on to this. What are the unique values of x and y where x, y are distinct natural numbers? Okay, so this is the question, and x, y are distinct natural numbers. Okay, first statement is statement 1. X by y is odd. Statement 2. X multiply y is 12. Again, when you see x multiply y is equal to 12, firstly question is of again statement 1, statement 2. In 2024 only they are asking this statement, and you have 4 options. Question can be answered by using one of the statements alone, cannot be answered by other. Okay, similar 4 options that we have already discussed. So let's try to again do the same approach. Firstly, I will try to solve using statement 1. X divided by y is odd. Can I find out what are the individual unique values of x, y? X by y is odd. If you take y 2, then only you will get so many options. Let's say 6 by 2, 3, odd. Then you have uh, uh, any value you can, 14 by 2, 7, odd. Okay, multiple values are possible like this only. So I cannot tell using statement 1 alone. Then you have statement 2, xy is equal to 12. Now, if I take xy is equal to 12, I know 12 is what? 12 is 12 क्या होता है? 1 multiply 12, 2 multiply 6, 3 multiply 4. Now also value of x and y can be any of these three. Okay, but if you join these two statements together, x डिवाइड बाय y should be odd. Firstly, x y से डिवाइड हो रहा है and एक odd number दे रहा है. That means x is the bigger value, y is the smaller value. So if you take this as x and this as y, now what will be x by y? First case में 12 divided by 1, this will be 12. Second case में 6 divided by 2, 3. Third case में 4 divide by 3. This is not divisible only. Only in this case, you are getting 3 as the answer. That means here x की value is 6, y's value is 2. So question can be answered by using both statements together, but cannot be answered by using either statement alone. Okay? Understood? So let's move on to the next question. Acha, what did we deduce from this? Again, this is a question of what? Factorization of 12. How to write 12 as product of two numbers. Earlier question was also how to write 24 as product of two numbers. Okay, so you have to remember this, that in statement conclusion you will get divisibility or factorization essay questions. If you are familiar with the topic, don't think that the question is too tough that I cannot do. Okay, so all right, so we are done with questions of 2024 till now. Now you have first question of 2023. We will also see whether there was any repetition or not. कि अगर 2023 में students would have analyzed the paper, would it have helped them in 2024 question paper or not? So first question is, for any choices of value of x, y and z, 6-digit number of the form xyz is divisible by 7 and 11, 11 and 13, 7 and 13, 7, 11 and 13. Okay. In this question, earlier, the statement that we got, first question of 2024, it was 222 to the power 333. We can never solve this manually. Right? In the exam, we cannot find the complete answer. And even if you do, if you find also this, then how to divide by 37, how to tell whether it is divisible or not. But here, when you have these kind of questions, question may, if the number is given to you of the form xy or xyz and so on, what you do, Just try to simplify it in different form. For example, let me ask you, if I have 2727, this is the number. Can I say this number is 27 multiply 101? It's as simple as that. Okay. So if I have 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, can I say this is 1, 2, 3 multiply 1, 0, 0, 1? This also I can say. ठीक है? So similarly, if you have x, y, z, you can say it is x, y, z multiply 1, 0, 0, 1. ठीक है? करके देखो 1, 0, 0, 1 multiply x, y, z. What will you get? X, y, z multiply 1. X, y will be carry forward like this. Then x, y, z multiply this one. यही आएगा एक्स वाई जेड. ठीक है, समझ में आया इतना? सो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल एग्जामिनर ने तो हमें किया कंफ्यूज, बट वी विल गो बैक टू आवर कंफर्ट जोन. We will not let the examiner, we will not let the question make us uncomfortable. Okay, we have x, y, z, x, y, z. We will say this is x, y, z 1, 0, 0, 1 multiply 1, 0, 0, 1. Now you check 1, 0, 0, 1. Is it divisible by 7? Is it divisible by 11? Is it divisible by 13? I can clearly see this. This is the very small number. Also, again, remember this. 1, 0, 0, 1. Divisibility of 11 you do. This is at units place, odd place, even, odd, even. Sum of odd is what? 1 plus 0. Sum of, this is odd. Sum of even places numbers is what? 1 plus 0. 1, 1. Difference between these two is 0. That means it is divisible by 11. हो गया? तो हमें ये पता चल गया 1001 is divisible by 11. अब देखते हैं 7 और 13 से है या नहीं. ऐसे करना 1001 divide by 11. 11 9s are 99. 1 1. Okay, 11 1s are 11. No remainder, divisible है. That means 1001 is what? 11 multiply 91. तो क्या हुआ? 11 multiply 7 multiply 13. Divisible by this also, this also, this also. Clear? कुछ भी मुश्किल था इस क्वेश्चन में? So easy question. तो answer to this question is it is divisible by all three. Divisible by 7 also, 11 also, 13 also. Now what I used is, firstly, इस नंबर को simplified form में लिखना. This you should know. A number in the form xy, write it in simplified form. Then in this divisibility of 11, if you know, it will make the question easier. How to check whether it is 1001? देखते ही what I thought is it is divisible by 11. Okay, so that means that makes things easier. Again, you should know divisibility. Okay, chalo. Let's move on to the next question now. Let x be a positive integer. Oh, very interesting question. And again, we will use that concept which we have done earlier. Okay? X be a positive integer such that 7x plus 9 is divisible by x. How many values of x are possible? Okay. बहुत easy question है and very interesting question. Question is 7x plus 96 is divisible by x. अच्छा, if I say 7 multiply 8 plus 8 multiply 10 divide by 8. Okay, without even dividing this by 8, can I say that yes, without even dividing, can I say that yes, this is divisible by 8 because यहाँ पे भी 8 है, यहाँ पे भी 8 है. Okay, so अच्छा, if 8 is here, now even if I divide this by 4, then also you can say because 4 is a factor of 8. 4 is a factor of 8, तो दोनों को divide करेगा. Okay, so basically In case of addition, remember try to recall the first question which we did. 2 2 2 1. उस question से ही so many questions we are doing. 2 2 2 3 3 3 3 3 3 2 2 2. You said this is divisible, but this is not divisible. So complete one was odd. This was also not divisible. In case of addition, if one number is divisible, second number is divisible, then result will also be divisible. Okay? If 15 is divisible by 5, 25 divisible by 5, 15 plus 25, you don't even have to check. It will be divisible by 5. Okay? This is what we will use here. You have 7x is divisible by x. 96 should also be divisible by x. Okay? अब 96 अगर x से divisible है, that means x is what? x is a factor. फैक्टर ही होते हैं ना जो डिवाइड करते हैं नंबर को. फैक्टर ऑफ 6 क्या बोले थे हमने? फैक्टर ऑफ 6 वर 3 2 1 6 itself, right? So x is a factor of 96. Now in this case what I have to do? You just simply have to find 96 के factors. For this, one thing you can do is 96, 1 multiply 96, 2 multiply 48 and so on. Find out number of factors. What I do is, which we have also discussed in our classes as well, 96 is what? Do prime factorization. I know 96 will be, let's say 96 is 32 multiply 3, right? So 96 will be what? 2 to the power 5 multiply 3. ठीक है? प्राइम फैक्टराइजेशन कर ली, एज फॉर्म ऑफ प्राइम नंबर्स लिख लिया. टू फाइंड टोटल नंबर ऑफ फैक्टर्स ऑफ एनी नंबर, प्राइम फैक्टर्स के जो एक्सपोनेंट्स है प्लस 1 करके वी मल्टीप्लाइड. यहाँ क्या है? 5 and 1. 5 plus 1 6 multiply 1 plus 1. This is the total number of factors. 5 plus 1 6 multiply 2. This will be 12. So total number of factors of 96 will be 12. You can do it like this also. But in long questions, this becomes very, very tough to write all factors, very lengthy also. And हम क्या कर रहे हैं? हमें time save करना है. So we should know how to find total number of factors without doing all of this. Okay, so your answer will be what? X क्या होगा? If x is dividing 7x को तो कर ही रहा है divide. 7x है, that means it is divisible by x, है ना? So it should divide 96 also. That means x should be a factor of 96. That means कितने possible values हैं? 12. Option C will be your answer. इसमें भी what we used? Factorization, then finding total number of factors. Okay. चलो. Now moving on to this one. Next question of CSAT 2023. A number n is formed by writing 9 for 99 times. What is the remainder if n is divided by 30? Question समझो. Question में क्या है? एक number n है. What is n? 9 9 9 9 9 9 9 9. How many times? 99 times. N is formed 9999, written 99 times. What will be the remainder when this is divided by 30? Okay. In this question, there are two concepts that you should know. And these two concepts are very important concepts and they will be asked further in your previous year questions. We will see that these concepts have been asked earlier also. There is one first concept is, I will write it individually so that if you are watching the video, you can take a screenshot also, or better you write it. Concept 1. If, for example, I am saying 54. 54 is divisible by 9. ठीक है? 54 9 से divide होता है. 9 6 is 54. 54 is divisible by 9. Now, you write 5 4, 5 4, 5 4, 5 4 5 4, जितनी मर्जी बार you write 5 4, this complete number will be divisible by 9. Okay, why? ऐसे देखो, let's say I am saying 5 4 5 4, this is a number, divide this by 9, 9 6 are 54, 0, 5 will come, 9 zeros are 0, then 5 4 54, ठीक है, this will be divisible by 9. So ऐसे अगर एक number it is divisible by another number, you write that number n number of times, पूरा complete number will also be divisible. This is the first concept. Okay, now second concept, concept 2 of this question. Both of these concepts are very important. For this I will just write the definition also so that you can take a screenshot. Second concept is what? For any prime greater than 5, प्राइम नंबर्स ग्रेटर देन 5, सबसे पहले कौन से होते हैं प्राइम नंबर्स ग्रेटर देन 5? 7, देन 8 नहीं होता, 9 इज ऑल्सो नॉट देयर, 10 इज ऑल्सो नॉट देयर, 11 13 17 19, all of any prime greater than 5, you write any number, this is p, इसको p मान लो, कोई भी प्राइम नंबर है p greater than 5, greater than 5 होना चाहिए, 7 11 13 17 19, you write another number, for example 2, let's say 7 है वो prime number, ठीक है, any number you take and write it 7 minus 1 times, that is 2 2 2 2 2, this 6 times I have written 7 minus 1, this number will be divisible by 7. This is a very important concept. UPSC has already asked one more question based on this concept. Okay, and very easy to remember. अब इसको बिल्कुल easy language में समझो, कोई प्राइम है, p एक नंबर है प्राइम, ग्रेटर देन 5 है. ओके, रिमेंबर दिस, p इज ग्रेटर देन 5, दैट मीन्स p 2 भी नहीं है, 3 भी नहीं है एंड 5 भी नहीं है, नॉट दीज, ग्रेटर देन 5. फॉर प्राइम ग्रेटर देन 5, एनी नंबर written p minus 1 times is divisible by p. ठीक है, एग्जाम्पल से देखें, if p is greater than 5, let's say p is 11, 11 is greater than 5, 11 is a prime, any number written p minus 1 10 times, any number, for example I say 1 1 1 1 1, this is 1 written 10 times, this will be divisible by 11. You write 2 10 times, will be divisible by 11. 3 10 times, will be divisible by 11. So for 13 क्या होगा? For 13, 13 is also a prime, 13 is also greater than 5. So for 13, any number written 12 times, p minus 1 ना, 13 से एक कम, 12 times will be divisible by 13. इतना clear है? So if I say this is 9 written 12 times, this is divisible by 13. Okay, now use the first concept. If I write 9 12 times, it is divisible by 13. If I consider this number again, ये नंबर जैसे 54 को दोबारा 5454 लिखा था ना, इसको एक नंबर मान लो. Now I write it again, then 9999, 24 टाइम्स हो जाएगा, 12 ये प्लस 12 टोटल 9999, 24 times. Okay, this will also be 24 time will also be divisible by 30. जब 12 टाइम्स वाला 99 डिविजिबल है, जैसे 54 डिविजिबल था तो 5454 डिविजिबल है. सिमिलरली ये नंबर डिविजिबल है, राइट दिस नंबर n number of times, this will also be divisible. Now in the question it says 9999 is written how many times? 99 times. Okay, so in question it says 9999 written 99 times. If I say 9999 written 12 times is divisible. 12 multiply 2, 12 and then plus 12. 24 times is also divisible. 36 times is also divisible. 48 times will also it will also be divisible. Same number को आप लिख रहे हो 4 times. Then 60 times भी होगा. 72 times भी होगा. After that what will come? 84 times also it will be divisible. अच्छा plus 12 करो 96 times भी होगा. 9999 written 96 times will also be divisible by 13. Okay, but लिखना कितनी बार है? 99 times. That means कितने 9 रह गए? 9999 ऐसे करके 99 times है. I know that 96 times if you write it, it will be divisible by 13. That means if I write it like this, 9999 ऐसे 99 times, ठीक है? Till here 3 बच गए ना? Total 99 times है and 96 times it will be divisible. That means 96 time में remainder will be 0. Okay, then what will come? Then 9 will come. So basically you have to find remainder of 999 by 13 because यहाँ तक तो remainder will be 0. Clear? So remainder of 999 divided by 13. 13 sevens are 91. 89. Then you can say it is what? 78. 13 six are 78. So 11. This will be your answer. Understood? Okay, let's check out the option. You have what is the remainder when n is divided by 13? Answer will be remainder is A 11. Clear? Chalo, let's discuss the next question, that is, so these two concepts were very important. You should know. We will see more questions based on this concept. How many natural numbers are there which give a remainder of 31 when 1186 is divided by these natural numbers? अब देखो, as I said earlier, examiner will try to make things complicated. We will go back to our comfort zone. हमें comfortably क्या आता है? Drawing करनी. हम क्या करेंगे? We will draw. I know I have to find 1186 should be divided by some number and it should give me remainder 31. ठीक है? We know how to do this. We know how to do division also. ठीक है? So we will go back to our comfort zone. So हमने what did we do? We have to find how many such values are possible that will give you remainder 31. फिर हमने क्या था? Remainder क्या है? Extra है इसमें. That means 1186 में से if I subtract 31, 1155, then what will I get? I will get 1155. ये नंबर जो भी यहाँ पे होगा, let's say number is n, a b c d, इतने सारे numbers है, सब किसको divide करेंगे? They will divide 1155. Okay, that means what you have to do? You have to find out factors of all factors of 1155. Okay, all factors of 1155. But will all factors give remainder 31? For example, 5 is a factor of 1155. But 5 से divide, okay, you can never get remainder 31. You can never get this remainder. This means हमें factors कौन से चाहिए? All factors which are greater than 31 so that you get remainder 31 is possible. ठीक है? So listing all the factors, number is what? 1155. Listing all the factors, you can write it as 1155. Then 3 multiply 385. Then 5 multiply 231. 7 multiply 165. 11 multiply 105. 15 multiply 77. 21 multiply 55. then 33 multiply 35. Okay, so if you list all the factors, which I have already done so that it won't take up time in the video session. Okay, so if you list all the factors, इसमें से कौन से factors हैं that will give you remainder 31. To get remainder 31, firstly number should be greater than 31. So 33 से लेकर 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 9 numbers will give you remainder of 31. See here, option D will be your answer. Understood? Question क्या था? 1186 को कितने नंबर ऐसे डिवाइड करेंगे so that they give a remainder of 31? We said, for example, हमने किया था ना, you had 17 divided by 7, remainder was what? 3. Okay, so 17 में से if I subtract 3, what will I get? I will get 14. This will be divisible by, किससे divisible होगा? 7 से. So that means यहाँ पे कोई भी number होगा 1186 minus 31 extra, that number will divide 1155. Also that number should be greater than 31. So factors of 1155 greater than 31. Okay, चलो next question देखते हैं. There are 3 traffic signals. Last question of 2023. There are 3 traffic signals. Each signal changes color from green to red, then red to green. So पहले green है, फिर red, red से green again. First signal takes 25 seconds. Second signal takes 39 seconds. Third signal takes 60 seconds. Okay, this is given to you. And seconds to change color from green to red, green से red. Duration for green and red colors are same. So green से red, red से green, 25, 25, 39, 39, 60, 60. At 2 p.m, they together turn green. At what time will they change to green next? अभी देखो 2 p.m पर सब इकट्ठे green हुए, ठीक है? So first signal कब change होगा? After 2 it will change. Green कब होगा? अभी green है, then it will take 25 seconds green to red, again 25 seconds red to green. Okay, इतना clear है? Similarly for the second signal, you have green to red, red to green, 25 25. First signal दोबारा green होने में it will take 50 seconds. Then in your question, second signal, how much time it was taking? Second signal was taking, I think, 39 seconds. Okay, second signal is taking 39. So 39 and 39. Second signal will take 78 seconds. And third signal is taking 60 seconds. 60 seconds. That means third signal will take what? 120 seconds. So first signal takes 50 seconds दोबारा green होने में. Second 78, third 120. दोबारा ये सब इकट्ठे green कब होंगे? When all the 3 signals will be green again. LCM of 50, 78, 120. Okay, this will come up to be 7800. Okay, so now if 7800 is the LCM and this is in what? This is in seconds. Okay, question was in minutes. So firstly 7800, question was saying at 2 p.m. the first time it turns green. When will it turn green again? So options are what? 4 p.m, 4:10. That means firstly if you have so many seconds, तो इसको किस में convert करेंगे? Minute में, to find out the answer. So seconds in minute divided by 60. This will be what? 13. 130 minutes. So 130 minutes after 2 p.m. 2 p.m के बाद 130 minutes. 130 minutes means 130 divided by 2, converting it into hours. Okay. sorry, 130 divided by 60 again, converting it into hours. So you will get 2 hours plus 10 minutes. So 2 p.m. के बाद 2 घंटे, that means 4 hours plus 10. So at 4:10, it will turn green again. So this was the first question of LCM, application of LCM that we have seen. So in this, your answer will be what? Answer will be option B. Okay, answer will be option B, 4:10. Okay, so it was given to you 25 seconds, 39 seconds and 60 seconds. What we did was simply put 25 seconds from what? Green to red. We have to go from green to green again. Green to red 25, red to green 25. So 50. LCM of 50, 78, 39 ka double and 120. Okay. So, chalo. Next question देखते हैं. This was your last question of 2023. Now you see, from here only you can deduce that. Take ये question. This was a new concept, right? From 2024. This was a new concept. This was the old concept. 31 divided by 1186. We have done this earlier also. Remainder extra है 421 वाले question में minus कर दो. This was a new concept in which we learned two things, right? And then X is a possibility. Factors of 96. Again old concept. Finding factors. Okay. This one also. Divisibility of 11 was used. 1001. So many concepts are being repeated from 2024 and 2023 only. In 2 years only, you can see that although questions are completely different, but the basic concept behind it is the same. That is why we say do the analysis of question paper. This is how you analyze the paper. पेपर जब करते हैं सिर्फ ये नहीं होता कि 2+3 लिखा है 5, वो सॉल्व करना is not analysis. Analysis is seeing कि हमने ये topic, the topic has been asked the most. What are the basic themes behind the topic? What are the basic formulas? HCF find out करना, LCM find out करना, factors of numbers find out करना. Am I comfortable with this? Do I know all the applications of factors? So this is what you have. Okay. Moving to 2022. In 2022, you got only 2 questions from this. So you saw 2024 mein there were, I think, 4-5 questions. 23 maybe 4-5 questions, but here 2 questions. Although very easy questions and again doable. So what is the smallest number greater than 1,000 that when divided by any one of the numbers 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, leave remainder of 3. Now you see, earlier we did this question, right, in 2024. In this question, we had to find what will be the number that will divide. ठीक है? So you had to find the divisor. Here in this case, 421 को कौन सा number divide करेगा? But in this question, you already have that एक number है which is the smallest number greater than 1000. Firstly, that number is greater than 1000, but it is divided by this number you have to find divided by any one of those numbers 6, 9, 15, 18. They will give you remainder 3. Okay, 6 and 12 also. Okay, so it will give you remainder 3. Firstly, I don't know this number, but I can find out one number greater than 1000 that is divisible by all of this. ठीक है? कौन सा होगा वो नंबर? Divisible by, सबसे divisible हो जाए ऐसा नंबर कौन सा होता है? Multiple, least common multiple. What is the number that are given to you? 6, 9, 12, 15 and 18. Okay. So find out the LCM of it. LCM will be 18 multiply 6 is included in this, 9 is included in this, and you have extra is 5 and extra is 2 is already included 2. 180 will be the LCM. 180 will be the LCM of this, of these, all of these numbers. Now that means 180 is divisible by all of these numbers. But you have to find number close to 1000. So 180 is, it's not that difficult. You can simply do the calculation also. 180 multiply 5. I know 180 multiply 5 is what? 900. So 180 multiply 6 will be what? 1080. This is a number greater than 1000 divisible by 180. That means divisible by all of this. But I don't want divisible. I want 3 remainder. Now, I know 1080 will give you remainder 0. But you want remainder 3. You want 3 extra. So what will I do? I will simply say number is 1080 plus 3. Okay, so then you will get 1083. This will give you remainder 3, that is extra. So your question was what? See, in this, clearly you can see option C will be your answer. Another way of doing this is, if you cannot simply remember कि LCM find out करना है, try dividing using options. Okay, but it will take a lot of time क्योंकि आप option A से शुरू करोगे. A को divide by 6, remainder should be 3. Divide by 9, remainder should be 3. 12, 15, 18 सबसे individually divide करो, remainder 3 आना चाहिए. If नहीं आया, then not answer. Option will not be your answer. ठीक है? Now, moving on to the next question. You have, let P be a 2-digit number. Q be the number consisting of same digits written in reverse order. So that means if I say you have 27, P is 27. Example. Okay, example. P is 27, Q will be 72. Reverse order में लिख दिया. ठीक है? And आपके reverse order में लिखने के बाद, what is the difference between, and you get multiply करके 2430. P multiply Q is P multiply Q is equal to 2430. Okay, reverse order में when you write two numbers, you get 2430. What is the difference between P and Q? सबसे पहले, have we seen this statement? Mn is equal to 12, Mn is equal to 24. That means what? Simply हम इस number को product of two numbers, two factors के product में we want to write it. Okay? But यहाँ पे क्या है? 2430, such a big number, so many factors. Is it truly possible or is it feasible कि in an exam where time is restricted, you write all the factors? So you have to use a little bit of common sense here. Firstly, P multiply Q is what? 2-digit number है. That means 1 multiply 2430 doesn't make any sense, right? 10 multiply 243 also doesn't make any sense. Okay, firstly you can also see 2430. Wait. See, 2430 is what? 243 multiply 10. This is what? 81 multiply 3. 81 is 3 to the power 4. That means this is 3 to the power 5 multiply 2 multiply 5. This is the factorization. This you have to write as two numbers. Okay. So if I say 2430 is 10 multiply something, that is 243 obviously. It does not make any sense for me because I want numbers like this. XY multiply YX. Okay. So for this, what I will do is, I will take other factors. So after 10, what are the other factors possible? You can use hit and trial also. For example, you have 3 multiply 3. 3 is what? 9. And then 9 multiply 2 is 18. So 18 multiply some number. But 18 multiply 81 should be there. For my answer, XYYX, 18 should be multiplied with what? 81. This is not possible. 18 multiply 81 is not 2430. So this will not be my answer. Also, you should keep it in mind. Your answer is 2430. This is some number divisible by 5. So यहाँ पे भी there should be some number divisible by 5, right? So moving on, let's say if you will take 27 also, 27 multiplied 72 is not there. Okay. If further, if you will take, let's say 3 multiple 3 3 is a 9 and 5. You take 45, multiply, reverse, do 54. देखो यही आ रहा है. What is the remaining number that is left? 3 3 is a 9, 3 is a 27, 2 is a 54. ठीक है, यही आया ना. This was 45, this is 54. So the two numbers will be of the form 45 multiplied 54. Your question is, what is the difference between two numbers? So what is the difference? 45 and 54 में कितना difference है? 9 का. 9 will be your answer. Okay. So these are your two questions of CSAT 2022 that were asked in this topic.